What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And yes, your boy Doody is a little late this morning with the daily rap review, but Doody was extremely busy this morning. That's right. Real life has come, knocked on Doody's door, and said, all right, brother, it's time for you to actually do some work. And that's what Doody did. Doody was busy working this morning, and he's all done. But of course, your boy definitely has to get a video out with some commentary about Phil. So let's see what he had to say on the daily rap. By the way, if you didn't watch my video from this morning, rip Phil Burnell, that's right. That game last night was incredible, folks. It was incredible. It was just, it's like when art mirrors real life. It's amazing. We'll get into it. So let's go.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, where I broadcast live from my original streaming and capturing location in Stratford, Connecticut. That's right, today I moved back across the country, and I returned back to my roots in an effort to recapture that greatness from back in the day when I started on YouTube. So, what happened today? We had a great podcast where we chilled and talked about the past, a lot of reminiscing. We talked about various different topics, such as some more ideas for things about my birthday, maybe some ideas for the upcoming 100 Goals event. And we actually looked up the McDonald's Minecraft movie meals, which are available now in the United States. We saw exactly what they were. And we determined that what I will do is actually order both meals, both the Big Mac and the 10 Nuggets meal when they actually are released. Well, excuse me, when we actually qualify for them by hitting 90 goals, which hopefully will be later in the week. That way we can not only do a side-by-side comparison, but we will have two of the collectibles to unbox and see if we can get different ones, okay? So, it was a good podcast. It was a chill time. We had some Q&A. We actually ended it a little bit on the earlier side, and then we started playing Suikoden 1 HD Remake.
Okay, so let's recap why it ended a little early. It ended a little early because you wanted to be a disgusting, greedy pig. That's right. And how exactly did you want to be a disgusting, greedy pig? Well, like always, the same way Pig Roach is always greedy and disgusting. He begged. The man literally wanted $900 to shave his ratty, nasty-looking goatee, which isn't much there, Phil. I mean, you got a couple strands. It looks like someone took a Sharpie to you and tried to make you look manly. I mean, it looks pretty bad, Phil. I mean, look at it right there. That's not a goatee, brother. That's a little bit of pubic hair that got stuck on your head by accident. Okay, Phil? So, yeah, the greed was just beyond disgusting. People in chat were, like, revolting. They were like, is this guy serious? Like, there were actually people in the kick chat that were apparently new. Because I don't know if he got added to the front page again, but there were some new names in there that I've never seen before. Not trolls, not LARPers. And they were like, are you kidding me? Is he for real? Does he actually do this? Is this the type of person he is? And, of course, a lot of the people in the kick chat were like, yup, this is what he does. I mean, he constantly begs, and I saw one dude just like, yeah, I'm out, and he just left and never came back. Again, Phil, you think it's a little gimmick, you think it's funny, you think that it's something that your viewers like and they enjoy it. No, bro, it rubs people the wrong way. It rubs your existing viewers the wrong way. It does. People that support you already, they look at you and say, God, this guy is so greedy. I just dropped him $10 and he's still begging yet again. And let's not forget when he goes, all right, guys, thank you. You know, when he says, oh, thank you for the $10 super chat, much appreciated. And the very next sentence out of his gouty mouth is, okay, who's going to tip? Who's going to supersede this $10 tip? As if it didn't even exist. It's quite disgusting, really. I mean, you wouldn't accept that behavior in real life. I'm not sure why anyone would accept it on the internet. So, yeah, nobody was chatting. The only people who were chatting were like LARPers, and Phil knows who's LARPing already. I think he's come to the realization after 8 months, he's realized who's LARPing and who isn't. So he just ignored him. So he was like, all right, well, let's just play the game. And I think he tapped out at $45 at the end of the podcast. And the man spent the whole Suikoden playthrough just begging. And of course, at the very end, some dent that we don't know, have no clue, no one's ever seen before, comes in and drops, I think, like 13 members and gets Phil gets him to the 150 goal. That's right. That's Phil's life right now. It's just begging, barely any gameplay, and just annoying people. That's what it is. And then he tried to pull his little gimmick of, oh, look at me, I'm in Connecticut in the condo. Bro, the only point you got, well, not even points. I mean, this probably triggered your wife. I mean, it probably triggered Cat if she watched it. Can you imagine her? Because all she's probably thinking about is Panda Lee and the shit you did with Panda Lee, and this was apparently your bachelor pad, and we know how much of a control freak and a jealous person Cat is. So yeah, this probably gave her PTSD. Anyway, let's see what Phil had to say about the Suikoden playthrough.
Went well today. Massive progress. Defeating the Neck Lord. Getting into another new area of the game. Actually doing a bunch of questing with the Dragon Knights. Recruiting a ridiculous amount of characters. To this point, I'm being told there's literally only 3 optional characters left in the game. Everyone else is just story-based, and you're going to get them no matter what. And I was also told, because of the massive progress that we've been making, that likely I will beat the game next time I play it. And I said, well, you know what? I better do a daytime stream, because every time someone says this to me, right? Oh, you only have like 2 hours left or whatever. Every time I hear that, I'll plan for it, I'll go to do it, and then there's way longer than that. So I'm actually going to make it a daytime stream this Friday where we're going to try to wrap up Suikoden, if not even earlier, because I actually think that I have an empty stream Thursday that I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So it very well may be that I try to finish Suikoden on Thursday rather than Friday so that we can wrap up the entire playthrough and see how it ends, okay? Now, we actually got a good amount of support. We almost got to like $100, but it just kind of stagnated then. And then all of a sudden, last minute, boom, someone took advantage of a deal that I made with Kick Chat, and they did a bunch of gifted subs, and we ended up hitting the goal. So we hit 85 out of 90 goals with only 5 to go for the Minecraft meal DSP tries. All right? Then, on...
All right, well, I'm going to stop it there. God. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sad and pathetic. I mean, he's really squeaking by on these goals and hitting the goals. It's getting pathetic. I mean, even me, when I sit there and watch his streams, I cringe. It's like, man, really, Phil, this is what you've become? Like, you turned away working with Kino Casino because for whatever reason, Phil, because you don't like to be beholden to anyone, whatever. Drama's too much work. You gave that up to do this, to essentially beg to about 20 people that actually like your content. And LARPers who troll tip you. That's what your life is here, Phil. And you're scraping by just to get $150. And every stream so far, the last 6 streams, right, where I think you hit it 5 times in a row before last night, every single one of them, someone came in right at the very end and dropped either anonymous tip or dropped some kick chats just to get you to the goal. Every single one of them. And of course, like always, you know, you might get on a little streak, 3, 4, 5 streams where you hit your goal. And then what happens? Last night you played that indie game. What's it called? InZoi. And you barely cracked $60, man. You barely cracked $60. I think you had about 120 people watching your content. That's another thing. Both streams, this week he couldn't crack 200 viewers. He was at 150, 160 most of the day. And then last night's stream was like at 120, I believe. That's where he maxed out at. It was so bad and pathetic. And yeah, I mean, he's just limping around. He's hoping that these goals, people like the feasting with the king and keep throwing cash his way. And his community feels like they have to rally around him to get him to the 150, because if not, the trolls win for whatever reason. Some corny ass straw man that Phil built in the Denthead's minds. That's what he's hoping for. And then he's hoping for like marathons and stuff to help him, to push him through. Because there, you know, he typically gets anywhere between $400 and $500, $700 on those streams, and they help on those lesser streams where he makes money. But how long is this gonna last, Phil? That's my question for you always, Phil. How long is this going to last? How long is this crop of dents that feel the need to prop you up and get you to $150 every day? How long is this going to last, Phil? I don't think it's going to last much. And by the way, the great thing about the Suikoden podcast is the man was rattled and shook. Why? Because PPP was in chat trolling him. He was in there saying, "Beg, piggy, beg." And he was saying it over and over again. It was kind of funny, and he was trolling Phil. And Phil didn't ban him, which was interesting. He didn't ban him because, of course, he's scared of him. He's scared of PPP. And he's scared that if he bans him, he might just trigger the war even more or prolong it. So he didn't ban him, right? And just, you could see his demeanor. He completely it's like when someone gets extremely bad news when they're streaming. It's like when Dr. Disrespect found out he got demonetized, or his gaming company let him go, that look on his face of just like he almost turns white. That was the look Phil had when PPP was on stream yesterday. It was great. It was delicious. And of course, when he hit the goal of 150, he decided to be a tough man and throw it in PPP's face and say, look, bitch, I hit the goal. I hit the goal like a child, like a petulant, gouty child. Oh, it's great, bro. It's great. And you know, tonight, what's Wednesday? Kino's going to stream tonight, and Phil's going to be part of the stream because now he's just become a recent recent segment during the Kino Casino stream, and that should be great. And of course, there'll be other stuff that Phil did this week. He had several meltdowns when it came to Kino Casino, and tonight should be good. Doody will have a few clips. It should be pretty good. I'm pretty excited about tonight. So yeah, let's see what he had to say about last night's stream, which was actually great. Last night's stream was great because it was art mirroring his real life. So let's get into it.
On the late stream, it was the return of InZoi, a game that I played back on Sunday on a whim. If you remember, on Sunday I was supposed to do the Fatal Fury beta, but I said, don't feel like doing it. And then people were like, play InZoi, it's a hot new game. Everyone's playing it saying it's good, and you missed it. All right, fine. So what InZoi is a Korean game that just came out on PC a few days ago. It's in early access, and it plays like The Sims. The difference is that you actually have how can I say? It's less cartoony. It's more realistic. The graphics are actually pretty good. People are even saying, yeah, the graphics are on par with like GTA 5 Online, basically. And I created my character, had taken an hour to build them in the character maker, and I only got to play with them for like 90 minutes. So tonight, what was the focus? The focus was actually going to the beach and going to the amusement park, interacting with some more people, trying to level up some skills, going to my first day ever at work, and then seeing where else the game took me. Here's the thing. I literally don't want to spoil, but basically everything went wrong with this game. I'm not kidding you. Like, bugs, unfinished parts, and a weird ending that shocked everyone. Let me put it this way. Phil Burnell is dead. I can't even continue to play with the character. If I play the game again, I have to use a totally new character. Figure that one out. You'll see what I mean if you watch the video. I hope you will. I hope you'll give it a look and see and tell me what you think. Because here's the thing. I would like to do another run in InZoi with a new character that's not me. Just a kind of a randomly generated character. We make a brand new character from scratch, give them different traits. And I would like to have that character be in a different part of the world instead of being in the seaside village where I was. Excuse me. Maybe go to the big city. Because the thing is, the way the game works, depending on where you're living, there's different recreation, different businesses, and different places you can work. So it changes the game. So I'm down for that, but there is a problem. Tonight, attendance was pretty good. Engagement was pretty good. Support. We didn't even get 2/3 of the goal. We got just barely over halfway, and then that was it. So I don't know what happened with support tonight. It's very odd that we're hitting support goals for Suikoden. We're hitting support goals for Pirate Yakuza, right? We're exceeding support goals for Disco Elysium, but we didn't hit it for the new game that you guys just asked me to buy and play just a couple days ago. Was it an off night, or do people not like this game? What's weird is that people who were there said, we like it. Yes, play it again. Let's see a new character. But I would hope that people will support the game then. So I'm going to chalk it up to an off night. Let's try it again, all right, in a couple of days perhaps. Let's see if we play it a second time, if we actually get traction or not, all right, and go from there. So let's leave it open and let's see what happens, all right?
All right, you know what's happened here? He's lining it up for another rage quit, a wage quit essentially, because of course he didn't get support. Yeah, he barely got the $60. It was pretty funny. I'm gonna spoil it for you. You don't have to watch. You can watch my clip. I have like a 15-minute video. It captured it. So essentially, Phil had difficulty. It was apparently the main task was him trying to get up and go to work, right? And apparently he didn't know how to do that, which of course mirrors his real life. He got there late, something happened, he couldn't figure it out, he couldn't find the location of his home, of his job. It was just non-stop funny. And then of course, the character creation, the way the model would look, it made him look extra fat, which actually he is. He has this complex about being fat, but it showed him with a gut and actually showed him his breasts, which was really funny. I don't know why, because he didn't really select it that way. I guess the AI is becoming self-aware, and they know exactly who Phil Burnell is. But apparently something happened where apparently he didn't do something, he didn't take care of himself. I don't know exactly what it was, but of course, Phil Burnell, the character, passed away in-game. That's right. And he turned into a ghost, and they let you play in ghost mode, but apparently that hasn't been developed yet. So Phil essentially died. There's nothing he can do. If he wants to play the game again, he'd have to create a new character and so on. But I thoroughly enjoy the point that Phil passed away because, of course, he was trying to get to his first day at work. That's right. Just life. I mean, art imitating life. Seriously, it was so great. And it was so funny, man. He's terrible at the gameplay, but what I enjoyed about it is that he was so oblivious of what was going on and how it mirrored your life, Phil. I mean, I know he went off about Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Ichiban being him for real, for real, for real. It was his life. Bro, no. No. This game, InZoi, is your game, brother. This is the game that you should say, this is my life for real, for real. And no one will contradict it because it actually is. So don't bother watching it. And the other reason he wants to do another playthrough is because he found out, one of his dents told him that if he goes to a other part of the city, I think he gave him whatever the name of the part is, you can choose to be a gaming streamer. So of course Phil Burnell wants to simulate how to be a gaming streamer in a game. Way to go there, Phil. I mean, we all know he can't do any real life manual work, and that would probably kill him, like it did his character last night. So he's probably going to try another run, go to that part of the city where you can actually be a streamer and be a streamer. Okay, yeah, Phil. Interesting gameplay. Anyway, we got a few more minutes here. I can really care less of what he has to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and sorry again that it's late. Peace out.